everyone, welcome to the next video in our fishy page from Rita Berman's water themed book. We are going to be doing this fish here with our Staedtler Design Journey pencils. Now you can use any Staedtler pencils and the numbers will work, but of course you can use any pencils at all with this page. Now I've decided to do this fish in lots of greens today. We have only got one fish with a little bit of light green on, so I thought we would do this one maybe more in some olives and just see how it sort of works out really. I think I'm going to start actually with my darkest. This one's called this is number 19. It is called Dark Ochre, actually. Sorry, I'm not holding it in shot. There we go, Dark Ochre. So I'm going to start with that. I'm going to start with the fin here. I hope everyone's well today. Hopefully you've got a little bit of colouring in front of you, whether it's this page or something else, or you're just having a little bit of a relax. You know, take a few deep breaths. Hold your shoulders down a little bit, release the tension in your back, your shoulders and your tummy as you watch. I was trying to relax last night and I could feel that I was holding a lot of tension in my tummy. I was just trying to relax there. I think it's sometimes get a bit of IBS and I think I was feeling a bit tense, but the source of the tension had passed, but it was just had left me with that feeling. So I was just trying to really carefully relax all my muscles, and it was quite useful. I got back to sleep. It was, as I explained in a previous video, something happened in the night and sort of gets you a little bit on edge. I wasn't, you know, I wasn't worried after. I'm going to do this fin here. I'm going to make it darker here nearer to the edge of the fish. But, you know, it's sort of, you think about it a little bit. You've been woken up quite suddenly, you know. So, there we go. I think I'm going to leave that there. I rather like that colour. It's quite bronzy, isn't it? But there's a nice dark greenish colour. This is number 55 and it's called Green Earth. And I think this will be quite pretty as well. I'm going to use it on this bit and this bit to start with. Again, I think I'm going to go a little darker, nearer to the fish. And then maybe just try and... I'm just going to hold my book down a little bit so it's not popping up and down all the time while I colour. There we go. Just more layers up here and then a few less. As we come to the edge, we do the same thing here. Right, a few layers here and then less as we come to the edge. There we go. I'm just gonna go over those a little bit. I also think I want this colour on this line going down here. I had thought maybe on these. Yeah, actually, no, on this on this line going down here, so fading it a little bit towards the middle, so more up here and less there, and same on this one, so a lot more down here and a little less up there. I can do this line too. There we go, quite a bit up here. Over colouring it a little bit, and then less as we come down towards the centre, just following the same sort of thing that we've been doing all the time really. Okay, I may pick those up again, probably will, but at the moment I'm feeling like I want to change to our number 57. Now this is the olive green, a favourite of mine as you may know, and I'm going to do the face. Green faces are always a little bit risky, might look a little bit seasick, but this is a green themed fish, so I think we can carry it off. I did do some green faced unicorns once, people didn't seem to mind. Basically, it wasn't a tutorial. It was from Hannah Coulson's book. I think it was City Among the Stars. There's a unicorn page. And I'm going to go on the middle stripe and do this as background. Or do it all over. We'll colour over this colour on those circles. It will change the colour of the pencil that we use for the circles, but I don't think that's a bad thing. Yeah, anyway, I did it. My husband wanted me to do a pastel rainbow. So I started with yellow at the bottom of the unicorns and then went through to yellow to orange to red to pink to purple to blue to green. So they ended up with green on their faces. And I wasn't sure whether they looked a bit seasick. Even though they were in the sky. This is number 56, which is the light olive. Anyway, that's the kind of madness that's going on in my head. So again, more layers down here and less as we go up. Getting prepared today for my sister visiting tomorrow, which is really nice. She doesn't come to my house that often because my parents live closer to her than I do, so we often just meet at my parents instead. It means she doesn't have to travel. It's about half an hour longer, but she's actually staying with my parents at the moment, which means that she's close by and she's coming over, and so are they, which is going to be really nice. And I've decided she wanted to visit somewhere, so within half an hour walk of the house, yeah, that goes under there, doesn't it? We have a museum in a park, so I suggested we go there. So I don't know if we'll be able to. I'm trying to make it a little bit darker at the top. I've made that a little bit dark there. I'm not sure if it'll be a bit wet to use the actual park, but I thought it would still be quite interesting to go to the museum. Sorry, I just stopped to blow my nose and I've noticed how uneven the green is on the face of our fish, of my fish, anyway, 57. So I'm just going to make that a bit more even. Yours might look much better. I'm just going to even it out. That's better. I'm happier with that. It's only a little adjustment. Now, I'm going to sort of work along the fish now, filling in all the bits that I haven't done. So number 55, our green earth, I'm going to use for around the eye. No, I'm not. I'm lying. I'm going to use it for these bits. Like we have on all of these, just try and make them a little darker on the edges and a little lighter on that top bit, but I want to make sure there's colour on the whole thing. It's not easy to do that. Yeah, it's supposed to rain. The original plan was to have a picnic in the park and then come back here for a meal, but I decided that first it'd be quite tricky to have time to cook on returning, especially if everyone's really hungry. Right, we'll go back and just do the eye. I'm thinking it probably needs to be a grey. So 85, the warm grey. And I think I'm going to do the darkest bits on the sides. Like that. There we go. Very simple. Now, I was procrastinating because I didn't know what colour to do these, but I think I'm going to do them in the 55, the green earth. So I thought it'd be easier to cook for lunchtime, have a cooked lunch, because I could do that while they were getting here, prepare everything and have it, so it'd all be ready, and then in the evening have something cold that I can just grab out of the fridge easily. Now this needs some colour. Remember, we're going to add something on top of these. I am wondering whether to actually do every other one of these, which I think I will. So I'm grabbing number 19 again, our dark ochre, and I'm going to go over every other one if I can work it out. Not loads, just a little bit. I think I'm doing this right. It's a bit tricky, hence the silence. Yeah, that one's easier on this side. There we go. Just a bit of a checkerboard, really. It's quite fun, isn't it? Now I'm going to keep this pencil for these and just do the loops. I'm not going to do the dots. We've got our glitter pen we can use for that. I'm sure we've got a green. I don't think it's anything like this shade of green now, but hey, we'll give it a go. I think I'm going to use this for this one as well. I'm going to do it quite lightly and then think about how to do it. Now we had these patterns on our first fish, and I tried to make it look a bit like a snail shell. This time I'm going to do it differently. I'm going to make it darker around the edge and then try and fade it so that it's lighter right in the middle. Just build up that colour around the edge. There we go. And now we have this, these lines. I'm going to make it darker at each end, lighter in the middle. Then I'm going to grab the 55, the green earth. There we go. Oops. Then the number 57, the olive green, the inner pieces here. I'm not going to try and fade them or anything, I'm just trying to get a fairly intense amount of green down for that. Then the larger loops, I think I'm going to do in this 56, the light olive. Again, I'm not going to change the colour, I'm just trying to get an intense amount down. Lovely. And then our last little bit of the tail, I think I quite like to do in the 55, the green earth. Now you may want, how did I choose the colours? Well, it's just about getting a balance, really. I think we've got a sort of a balance of light and dark, a balance between each colour, that sort of thing. Okay, I'm going to grab this green. We have a bluey green, but this is the non-bluey green. This is number 727. And we're going to just add a few bits. Now we've got the inside of these loops that I'm going to do first. I'm trying to hold the page still. Oh, we've got these dots as well. It isn't really the right green. In fact, I'm wondering if the two greens were around the wrong way, because this looks quite bluey, but maybe they both are. It's okay though. I'm going to do these dots. Remember I mentioned not bothering to colour these because, you know, the green gel is going to go over the top. I think these lines and the dots that end them, I'm getting very thirsty. I'm going to go make a coffee, I think, before I make my next video. I managed to do these all in the same day, which is unlike me. Normally I will do half a series in a day, but today I've been really in the mood for keeping going with it. There we go. Let's just move the page so you can see the shine. Yeah, it's not too much on this one, just some on the tail, which, there you go. So there he is. I'll just try and put him in the middle for you. So there we go, we've got 2 left. Do keep guessing what colours you think I'm going to do next. I always find it fun to see what you suggest and whether it's better than what I've done. Usually is. But thank you so much for watching. Have a super day and happy colouring.